Viewer discretion is advised.
If you feeling like a pimp, niggas call pimp.
Awesome sauce! Hello everyone, it's Wednesday night. Thank you for spending some time with me. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your party host, Blind Adam the Comic Pimp. And we're ready to testify. Testify. Yeah. Before we get into the heart of the show, all the things we want to learn about today, because we're going to learn today. We're going to preach today. We're going to insane in the membrane today. I'd like to thank some of my sponsors. I'd like to thank the Big Apple Comic Con. The Big Apple Comic Con takes place at the New Yorker Hotel in downtown New York City, 8th Avenue. This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. They have an amazing guest list. You got the awesome and talented Brian O'Halloran, the star of Clerks. We have Scott Scheibe, who is the Chili's gum repping Clerks. Got Bang Ling from The Crow. You got Jim Steranko and Ascente. All sorts of other amazing actors, actresses, creators, artists. Cosplay. There's going to be an after party at 8 o'clock, a costume contest. Great deals in comics, art. Big Apple Comic Con. www.bigapplecomiccon.com. 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the New Yorker Hotel on 8th Avenue. It's a block away from MSG and Penn Station. Come on. Let's have a ball at the Big Apple Comic Con. Testify. Also, we'd like to give a big shout out to the AVN Expo. The AVN Expo happens at the Resorts Hotel and Casino, January 4th through the 7th. It is the adult industry's premier event. It's the San Diego Comic-Con of porn, as I like to call it. All the major stores were there. The actual awards in the awards show will be January 7th, 2023. Go to avianexpo.com. As of next week, I will start giving out the link because I'm a dumbass. I also want to give a shout out to a few peeps. To Alex Doherty. It was nice talking with you before the show. And I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Also, as soon as I get a link to your to Blind Prime, which is your brother's Transformers show, I will link it in the description, and we will all help you guys grow as a YouTube channel, as they have the same eye condition I have, and they're interested in getting involved in the pop culture community, so I'm going to help them out as best I can. So much love, and that's how that works. Also, I want to give a shout out to We Are 321 Music. Flint, I got your email. I'll respond to you later. I'll give you a call. And maybe we'll work about getting a deal made, because that's how we roll. As we testify, as we recognize, as we go cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Yeah. Now, speaking of the AVNs in a couple weeks, just what we're going to do is we're going to show a video of me with the lovely Blake Blossom, the first live-action Spider-Gwen, because we beat mainstream Hollywood to the punch. Her reacting to me showing her a Jenny Frison variant cover of a Spider-Gwen comic, which she autographed for me. But we're going to roll that, and then I have an open letter for Blake and Ryan Hussey over at Hussey Models. So roll it, please.
Okay. You want me to get a marker?
I want you to sign it.
Oh my god. No way. Wow! Mark, let me get the marker. Oh my god, this is amazing. Wow. This isn't like a 9, right? No. Okay.
this is the point where the internets in the world want to act like shit. My internet keeps acting like a bitch. I may have to schmick it like a bitch.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that was an amazing moment. I'd like to give a shout out to another member of the Awesome Sauce Radio crew, JV Wheels, who helped film all those videos. To all the new subscribers on the channel, thank you. Thank you for helping me get to the 335 today. Hopefully by the end of the year we can get to 500. That would be amazing. But here's my open letter to Blake. So I know she's going to be at AVN. What I would like to do is I would like to, get a picture with you in the Spider-Man costume, like you said because there's a 50-50 chance that she's going to be cosplaying as Spider-Man during the event one day. Yeah, the second thing is, since I'm trying to set a record for getting kicked in the balls from sexual world records, and they said that's all I have to do is get kicked 4 times. I was set for that. So I'd like her to kick me in the balls at least once. Maybe twice. Maybe 3 times. But I would like to, either treat you and Ryan, the owner of Hussy Models, to breakfast. And I would like to pitch you my project, which is my dinner with Blake Blossom, where I'm going to find out what your favorite meal is. I'm going to learn how to cook it. I'm going to cook it for you. And then maybe there's some, after dinner, hanky-panky. Maybe there's not. Hopefully there will be, because she can put me face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck. And I will give Blake Blossom, the youngest rising adult superstar, and this generation's Jenna Jameson. I see her becoming mainstream eventually. She's going to take over the world. This Blake Blossom is that amazing. Testify. But, what I would like to do is offer her my anal virginity on a golden platter. And, I'll learn how to cook something again, because I need to brush up on my cooking skills, because they suck monkey balls. And, it will be an amazing part of pop culture history. And that's that. But what we need to do is we need to get Ryan and Blake to, take a look at this video at the maybe 3 or 4 minute mark when I started this whole request, and start a dialogue. And we're manifesting this right now that by this time next year, maybe my Blind Adams date with Blake will be in a contendership for an AVN award. And that's, my friends, is why you should love America. Yeah. Because this is America, son. This is where the streets are paved with gold. This is where, if you have $1, a dream, some hope, and you take the most difficult step, which is the first step, and then you take little baby steps and you get some help along the way.
It's a land opportunity, baby.
You're goddamn right. As we testify, and I am going to be the Stevie Wonder of adult entertainment. And everyone at the Joseph Cohn Training Center in New Jersey who told me I was, a delusional, and I had something with grandeur, or whatever the fuck they were trying to tell me that discouraged me from my dream and smash it, and make me a system, a product of the system. And I said, fuck no. And I said, I'm going to become the blind Howard Stern and the blind Ron Jeremy. And they all laughed at me. Well, by this time next year, who's laughing now, bitches? And that, my friends, is why you should love America. Yeah. So, but all kidding aside.
Drive on, soldier. Drive on.
All kidding aside, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna get this video to her. I'm going to put it on the YouTubes. And I'm going to invite her on this very show. And we'll continue with this process. I'm going to get me a cook. I'm going to go to the Lighthouse Guild over on New York. I'm going to get them to teach me how to cook a little bit. I'm going to find out what her favorite meal is. I'm going to learn how to cook it. Then I'm going to cook it for her. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. And like I said, she put me face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck. Drill me, Pegasus style, and wearing a Spider-Gwen costume while eating ice cream cake. Yeah.
Alex Sky 89 writes, I showed up for the comic talk, and I'm sticking around to figure out what happens with this guy's future project, Blind Adam's date with Blake.
Oh, we're gonna get to comic talk in a few minutes. Hey, Alex, how you doing? But first, what we're gonna do is we're going to show a very classic. I don't know if anyone remembers Newgrounds. Newgrounds was early in the days of animation. And if my homie, you should check out his publishing company, Raincore Press, coming soon.
Raincross.
Yeah, Raincross.
Hey, Adam, Jason says, hope you're having an awesome night. So.
Hey, Jason, thank you for the love and support. Alex, thank you for stopping by. We're going to show how Mr. T killed Tupac. And if you can roll that, I can't believe I've done this on YouTube. This is like early 1990, 2000 animation from the internet.
Here we go.
Yep.
Harry, you stupid son of a bitch! You shot the dog again!
Shut up, you scrotum-licking bitch, and give me another cold Budweiser from the fridge. Holy cow, everybody! I blew his fucking brains out.
Hey, Morpheus, you crazy fool! You see my bag of Cheetos?
Do you really think those Cheetos, or this table, or the air you breathe is real? Mr. T, I have such sights to show you. You take the red pill.
I ain't taking no pill from your crazy psychedelic pillin' ass! Fool, look like you're in a trench coat mafia or something! Fucking get a job!
I'm getting down! Hey, look at me, Mr. T! I'm getting down!
Hey, Terminator, you big stiff steroid-using motherfucker! You seen my bag of Cheetos anywhere?
No, I haven't seen your Cheetos. Have you seen Maria?
Yeah, I seen her. Seen her pasty ass in the bathroom getting fucked up the ass by Stone Phillips.
No, I specifically told Maria not to fuck Stone unless I was with her. Maria!
This stuff is bunk. When I was president, the coke was uncut, white Peruvian flake, and Noriega was the dealer, and Ollie was the middleman. Boy, was I getting fucked up in the 80s.
Indeed, I do agree with you, Mr. Reagan. As a matter of fact, it takes 3 times as much coke as it used to chase these little interns around. I'm up to like an 8-ball every 2 days.
Hey, yo, time corrupt coke-smoking motherfuckers! You see my bag of Cheetos?
Well, that all depends on your definition of scene, Mr. T.
Well, actually, Tupac just left with Suge Knight not 5 minutes ago. We were drinking 40s and smoking blunts, and he had your Cheetos, and he said that he took them from your little bitch ass.
He also said you're lucky he didn't take your fake-ass gold chains.
Well, you're not going to let him get away with that, are you? I wouldn't let no motherfucker punk me out like that.
If I were you, Mr. T, I'd pull a CIA and JFK his ass.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find that Tupac and I'll show him a little rapping. Wrap my arm around that little toothpick neck and break it like a toothpick.
Well, aren't politics great?
What do you mean, the way we can manipulate 2 sides to do what we want?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, have you seen Nancy?
Yes, I did see her. By the bathroom with Hillary talking to Stone Phillips.
Welcome to MTV News. I'm your host, Kurt Loudblower. The director of the controversial Jesus movie, Mel Gibsonoli, has done it again with the release of his sensational new film, The Passion of Tupac. MTV has an exclusive sneak peek at this shocking and brutal new film.
Yo, Tupac, you wanna hit this joint while we sitting at the light?
No, I'm exhausted after that party. I'd rather just go back to the hotel room and take a bubble bath and read a book.
Who the fuck is that?
Hey, Tupac, roll your window down. Tupac,
What is it?
roll your window down. You ate my Cheetos at the party, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You ate my Cheetos, didn't you?
I did.
Don't act. No, look at your fingers.
Stop.
They're orange.
Oh,
They're orange, Tupac. You ate my Cheetos, didn't you?
Sugar's
What?
crazy.
You don't talk to me. I've been in a fool eating my Cheetos, motherfucker. Hannibal, give me the gun. Take that, motherfucker. Murdoch, Trace, let's go.
In other Tupac-related news, Murder Death Kill Records released a new Tupac CD entitled I'm Still Dead. This is the 45th album released by Tupac since he was tragically gunned down for eating Mr. T's Cheetos. In Chicago Saturday night, former President Ronald Reagan performed for a sold-out crowd with his new punk band, the Gippers. Here's footage of the band performing their new song, Say Yes to Drugs, Not No.
Nancy can't tell me not to do drugs. Nancy can't tell me not to do drugs. Saddam, Gaddafi, they all are thugs, but we sold them all their guns. Where am I? Why am I naked? Who are these people? Nancy, help me! I'm scared. Oh my! Gorby, are you out there?
After the concert, Ronald Reagan claimed Alzheimer's was not the cause for his erratic behavior. He said it was most likely the angel dust, mixed with the heroin. And finally, Paris Hilton was recently spotted at a trendy Hollywood restaurant actually eating food. We caught up with Paris at the Grammys and asked her if she actually really ate.
Oh, yeah. I ate a whole peanut, and I was absolutely stuffed.
And that concludes MTV News.
And is the very early days at Newgrounds Animation. I'm very happy I found that on YouTube. That put a smile on my face. It made some of the holiday stress go away.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah?
Alex says, oh, duck, yeah, evil piggies. We are arching some Susie and the evil piggies. Don't know. Maybe that means something to you.
Say that one more time.
Says, oh, duck, yeah, I think he meant fuck yeah, so we'll just say it. Fuck yeah, evil piggies. We are arcing some Susie and the evil piggies.
I have no clue what that means, Alex. I thank you for chilling with the show. If you can describe the reference, I would appreciate that. Cause
Alex might have gotten into Reagan's angel dust, maybe. So,
like I said, that makes it. I want to figure out what Ronald Reagan's first appearance in a comic book ever was.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because it may be during his acting days when he was a Western star. I mean, they made adaptations of a lot of those Western comics with photo covers from Dell and Goldkey. You know, I know Mr. T's first comic book is the A-Team adaptation they did for Marvel, which was like a 3-issue set.
I have an answer for you on Reagan's first comic book appearance.
Really? What was it, man?
It was Brother Power, the Geek, #2 from DC Comics in 1968.
Say that one more time?
Brother Power, the Geek, #2 from DC Comics in 1968.
Oh, that's not nice. All right, cool. Because I know he had an appearance in one of the Coyote issues back in the 80s, but I'm going to hunt for that now.
Let's see. Alex says, oh, man, super crazy new ground show. Got to check that out, man. And then he says they had one where evil piggies blow up Saddam. Good stuff.
Oh, it's that one. I can find that on YouTube, I gotta look for that. If I find it, I'll show it next week on both Tuesday night at 9 p.m. and next week you can hear it sometime between 7:30 and 8, depending on when I go on. But it's normally 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then YouTube, you can watch it anytime, all day, every day, all day, yo. But like I said, please check out Alex's brother's YouTube channel, which is Blind Prime. Let's help them out as much as we can because they're awesome sauce. Yeah, the whole vision of the day, they actually fit into the channel's mission during Nestle. Because we don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to, it's what you do about it. And this is America, where if you work hard enough and you hustle hard enough, dreams do come true. So we all have to help each other out here in the community. No matter what side of the fence you are with me with the community, whether you're in the comic book and mainstream, or whether you're in the comic book or adult, whatever, we're all fanboys of something here. We're all one big happy family. So Alex, thank you for chilling with us tonight. Jason, of course, I thank you for always supporting the channel, yo. If you can, there was one part with the Blake Blossom thing I forgot to show, and that was a picture of her holding the comic.
I don't have that, so.
You know what? My technology sucks. All right, never mind. Like I said, I can show it next week. I've shown it lots of times since October. But if you can bring up did you get the Clerks comic I sent you?
The which comic? Clerks?
The Clerks.
No, I didn't get that one either. I got 2 comics for you today. I got one for Miles Morales, and then I got a Spider-Gwen comic, and those were the only 2 I saw. So.
All right. You know what? You ever just want to take a baseball bat to all your technology?
Yes, I do that on a daily basis.
Because just like I know I have to upgrade my phone is what it is first off. Then I gotta clean my computer up to see why it's not acting the way it should act. It's just like I said, if anyone's still hanging out with us who's dealing with the stress at this time of year and telling me I'm not going crazy and I'm just trying to. I feel stretched thin and a little overwhelmed. I just want the holidays to come and a couple other events to get over with so I can some type of semblance of normalcy.
You just gotta spread the love and try and chill, man. That's the best thing you can do. I had a good story that happened to me the other day. So,
what happened, Joe?
Well, I'm sure you've heard them. We have roosters and chickens in our backyard, because we live in a semi.
Oh, I heard you talking about this online. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So we had a guy come into our backyard and he was gonna, I don't know what, he's gonna steal a chicken or something, but the rooster effed him up. It was a homeless guy. But I went out there to see what all the noise was, and he was there, and it's just he was hungry and everything, So it's like, it's kind of you're faced with 2 choices there. You can call the cops, or help him out. So I gave him some eggs and some food and sent him on his way, and hopefully, God bless that guy. I hope he finds better times. And, his name was Pete. So I hope Pete, finds some health and warmth. And I hope the little bit of love that my family and I could show him helps him out. So,
Yeah, same here. That's wow. Like I said, I only saw the, the first part of the story on Twitter, because there's times in the day when I have to mute a couple conversations so my notifications to actually get some work done.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear the ding, 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 ding. Someone sent you a message on Twitter. Pick me up on the phone. Pick me up.
Yeah, there's lots of, it's like we got to take care of each other, man. So it's like.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that part of this. That's so awesome. I think most people would have called the cops. Good on you for doing what you did, and I hope that little act of kindness, helps him get the help that he needs.
Yeah,
that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes is one act of kindness.
Absolutely,
to put someone on the right path.
We're all here. We all help each other, and things build. And it's like I've been very blessed, to have all the friends that I have through this, and then I help you out and I help Al out, but people help me out too, and it's like, and you've helped me, and just those acts of kindness and love all year long, not just during the holidays, just it spreads. So definitely the right message coming from shows like Awesome Sauce and you and everything too. So
oh yeah, like I said, all right, just something to say about the whole holiday thing. Whether it doesn't even have to be a metropolitan area, like Vegas or New York or LA or something like that. If there's someone in your area like hungry and struggling for food this time of year, just anonymously find out where they live and anonymously leave a bag of food on their doorstep. Don't need to knock. Don't need to announce yourself. Just little acts of kindness. It's a little bit of, especially during this time of year around the Rockefeller Center area where it's dog eat dog to go see the Christmas tree in New York. If you see a homeless someone begging for change, just start like a couple, like $2. Something that's not going to break you, but will mean the world to them. And there's a 50-50 chance they're actually going to really use it for food, and I always hope that's the case. But maybe that act of kindness, even if they are a dope fiend or a crackhead or something like that, maybe that one act of kindness where you just don't judge them and not give two shits what they do, we'll put them on the right course, and maybe they'll go, get their shit together. Anyone new to the show who thought this was a family-friendly affair, there's a viewer discretion warning in the beginning for that purpose.
Yeah, our act of kindness is to tell you
nothing is pure.
Our act of kindness is to tell you this is not a family-friendly show. So prepare yourself.
So, did you see the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer yet?
I have not, but I've got that queued up.
Hey, let's check it.
Check it out.
Cool, because I want to get your reaction to this because I thought this was great.
All right, cool. Let me put it up.
Yep.
Here we go.
I can hear you being quiet, Mom.
I hope I didn't ice your game, man.
No one my age says those words in that order.
It's just hard to see my little man not being my little boy all the time.
Yeah.
For years, I've been taking care of this little boy. Making sure he is loved, that he feels like he belongs wherever he wants to be. He wants to go out into the world and do great big things.
Not bad, kid.
And what I worry about most,
I love you, Miles,
is they won't look out for you like us.
Miles!
Want to get out of here? Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Make sure he never forgets where he came from. And he never doubts that he is loved. And he never lets anyone tell him that he doesn't belong there. You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
Who do you think you are? Really?
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
Damn, that looks pretty good.
It looks amazing.
Spider-Man 2099, huh? O'Hara.
Yep. And that's actually voiced by the actor whose name is escaping me. Who played Moon Knight?
Let's see. Alex says, I think around the time you said I'll give Blake my anal virginity, I figured out this wasn't PG-13. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that trailer looks pretty dope. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the whole plot of the movie is, but I'll say this. This may be controversial. I'm getting a little burned out on live action comic book movies.
You know what?
I'm getting into.
I don't think you're alone in that.
I'm thinking that we need more animation. It's like there's just something different. You could do something different with animation. Think back at like Batman, the animated movie, Mask of the Phantom, and all the animated movies, and Under the Red Hood.
Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah,
I don't think gets the credit it deserves, because commercially, when it came out 29 years ago, it was considered a commercial flop, and it opened on Christmas Day in 1993. But I can watch that, and it beats every live-action interpretation of Batman for the last almost 30-something years now.
absolutely. Sub-Zero was. I mean, I don't think Sub-Zero is as good as the first one, but it's good, and all of the other movies that DC put out, and then Marvel started putting animated stuff out. I mean, it's all been really good, and it's just.
And Marvel, with its animation stuff, has not had the fanfare or the success that DC has had. But some of the early stuff, like those Ultimate Avengers movies.
I was just gonna say that I love those movies. So
there are some. They're under the Marvel Knights banner, with I think Shout Factory still has them in print on DVD. There were these animated movies they made of, like the Astonishing X-Men one by Joss Whedon, and the Paul Jenkins origin story for Wolverine.
Astonishing X-Men was good, and so was. Did you ever see Hulk versus Wolverine, and then the flip side of that?
Hulk versus Thor.
Yeah, Thor. Yeah.
Those were amazing, and that's when Deadpool started blowing up as a multimedia property because of the Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then the other one that came around that time that I'd love to see them get back to, because your show has highlighted the rich history between Marvel and Japan. Is Japan did an anime series of Iron Man and X-Men, which was amazing.
Actually, were those the ones with the English voice dubs were the two main actors and heroes who played the Petrellis?
Mm-hmm.
Megathelia and Pastor, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Voice numbers, respectively.
Mm-hmm. Those were great.
I've seen the Iron Man one. I thought it was cool. I've never seen the Wolverine one of those.
Yeah, the Wolverine one was pretty insane, and it was really freaking. It was intense. The Wolverine one, they didn't pull any punches. It was true anime violence personified. So it was good.
I'll have to search out the Wolverine, but I like that Miles is the central focus. I actually like that framing sequence of the trailer with Miles' mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the comics, Miles' parents is a big part of his story.
So here's a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do you think? I'm gonna mention another character, and then I'm gonna get to my comment on Miles. When I say the Flash, people can easily switch between different people being the same persona. So Barry Allen or Wally West or etc. But when people say Spider-Man, there's a large segment that can't reconcile themselves to the fact that someone other than Peter Parker can be Spider-Man. So
it could be generational.
Okay.
For like you and our generation, because we're about the same age.
Yep.
Give or take a few years. That's all we had was Spider-Man for the longest time, unless you got like a Spider-Man 2099 or a Spider-Ham or something that's its own separate little thing.
Or Noir. Well,
yeah.
Noir. Yeah.
But now we're so into this multiverse where you have 4 or 5 different things.
See, I think I was originally hesitant to embrace Miles Morales. I have now, and I look back, and I think the reason I had a hard time with it was because originally, and a lot of people don't know this, Miles Morales debuted in the Ultimate Comics when Peter Parker died. So, you know.
And actually, maybe it's because I actually know the backstory of why Brian Michael Bendis created the character in the first place. Is why I really like the character of Miles, because him and his wife adopted a mixed race child, and he wanted a character that she could see herself in comics.
Yeah. Well, I think Miles is a great character, and I've fully embraced him now, and now that he hasn't replaced Peter, Peter has his place, but Miles is awesome. So
yeah, and I think anyone under the age of 30, you ask anyone under the age of 30, especially like in the 10 to 20, time between 10 and 20, they'll say Miles before they say Peter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. See, I think they need to do the same thing with Batman. Batman. It's time for Batman, Bruce Wayne, to retire, and for Jason and Tim and Dick to pick it up, and eventually for Damian to take on the mantle, all preparing us for Terry McGinnis to become Batman.
See, that's why I know it gets shit upon a lot, but that's why I like the John Kent Superman book so much, because they're preparing you for Clark to retire.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
But I like that to a certain extent. I mean, we've had years of this, but it's like we need to move forward with the stories.
I like what Tom Taylor's been doing with John, and to all the people that had a problem with the sexuality aspect, it's just 2022, 2023. Just shut the fuck up, and the homosexuality, the bisexuality thing is a part of that everyday life now. This is America. America is a melting pot where we have everything and everyone and everything. So just shut up. Different strokes for different folks, and just it's that they don't. I feel as lately they for the marketing ploy they shoved it in everyone's face, but it's just been a natural, organic part of the story now.
See, I didn't mind that part of it. The only thing that bugged me a little bit about the John Kent books is that the majority of the story was about him being an activist instead of him being a superhero, being Superman. So that kind of got to me, but I agree with you.
I see that in a lot of modern comics now too, where there's a little too much. And I want to watch a political drama, I'll watch a political drama, and I want to watch a superhero popcorn style thing and enjoy that, and just let it be that for a little bit.
Alex says, "Duck, yeah, fuck yeah." So,
yeah,
it's like, was it? Did you ever see the movie Knives Out? The first Knives Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about the sequel is coming out, and I guess it's going to be revealed that the main character, I forget the guy, Daniel Craig's character is gay. But they're not making a big deal. It's just part of his personality. I'm like, that's cool. I don't care. It's like whatever. It's like as long as I'm still getting the good story and everything, then it's just a part of the story. So
but I like what they're. I just read the most recent, Superman book that came out today with John Kent, and it was really issue 18. It was really enjoyable.
Cool.
I also want to highlight some comics I think that will spike in price due to the trailer. The first one is the Spider-Man 12, and this is where.
Yeah, this one right here with Gwen.
Yep.
Recreating the iconic kiss.
Hell yeah. Miles and Gwen sitting in a tree. KISSFUCKING. Testify. But this is like anywhere from a $40 to $100 book. Raw. I've seen 9/8 go for like 200 plus.
See, and this got all the Raimi people's panties in a bunch. So, Everybody's got their own thing, man. They get all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wouldn't be the comic book community if then it gets someone like triggered or upset.
Yeah, it's like, dude, get over it. So,
and like I said, I do think that because we're gonna get 2 movies out of this. They split this into part 1 and part 2 for this Across the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an in-game style. But I think one of the plot lines is going to be the romance between Miles and Gwen.
That's cool.
Gwen beautifully being voiced by the actress that was Kate Bishop in Hawkeye.
I don't know her name.
Haley Statwald, I think, is how it's pronounced.
Let me see. I'll look it up real quick.
She was also in High School Musical. Don't ask me why I know about it. I'm going to smack myself later.
Haley Steinfeld.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, man, I like this, and this is a great book. There's other covers where they kiss on it. There is a whole storyline where in the future Miles and Gwen have kids, and it's just really, really, really sweet. The other book I want to bring up is any printing of Edge of Spider-Verse #2.
Gwen Stacy.
This is from a comic book store out in California called The Comic Bug. They did this their free comic book day back in 2015, where they did a colored and a black and white. And I did not realize that they were so pricey now. Anywhere from like 200, or something like 300, all the way up to $1,000. I would love to see the CGC's population report to see how many 9/8 there are of this. But Spider-Gwen, her first appearance in this book does better in the comic book aftermarket than Amazing Spider-Man 31, the first appearance of the actual Gwen Stacy that got killed by Green Goblin.
I bet you could get a ton of money for anything with Gwen Stacy on the cover down here in California and Mexico. She's like a favorite around here. People hate Mary Jane and like Gwen Stacy. So.
Oh yeah. There is a group of Mexican comics that where they didn't kill her off and they went into their own continuity.
Yep.
And there's a wedding issue that I went to my friend Josh who sold it in some low grade for like $35,000.
Guess who has a couple of those comics?
You?
I do. Yep.
They're great. They have the German reprints.
Not only that, they made Gwen Stacy. They Latinaized her. So.
Oh yeah, beauty Gwen.
Yeah. They love Gwen Stacy, man. The Mexican Spider-Man. If you ever get a chance to find the Mexican Spider-Man comics, check them out. It's like a telenovela. So.
Oh yeah, and I believe they also translated some of them in the English reprints somewhere.
Yeah, I heard that. But then I heard that somebody was doing it illegally. Like somebody thought that they had the rights to do it. Some company was reprinting it, and then there was like a whole legal mess or something. So
I know the Mole Con did a foil variant for the 128, the wedding issue between Spidey and Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
And they got ceased and desist by Marvel to not release it.
I'll tell you what. One of our fellow comic crusaders, 13th Crusader. You ever find anything like that? I'm sure that he would buy it off you because that dude, he's a great guy and he is in love with Gwen Stacy, man.
All right, so do I do that? So do I hook him up with that before or after I hook Josh up with his stitch shots?
Yeah, between his thing with Gwen Stacy and Johnny Hughes with everything that has to do with fishnet stockings, we got it all covered. So yeah.
Excellent. If it wasn't for the massive time difference, I'm just going to try to get Johnny one of these days.
Yeah.
It's like him and Dodgy. I'd love to do a collab with them, but I try to be respectful of people's time zones, especially after I booked the voice actor who played Carnage in the 90s Spider-Man show.
Yeah.
And our 9 p.m. was like his 3 a.m.
I'm gonna make a statement. I don't think this is controversial. I'll see if you agree with it.
Right.
I think it is fair to say that every guy that follows comics has some sort of secret crush on at least one female comic book character, some sort of like thing that he's into from a female comic book character, villain, hero, doesn't matter. So
Oh yeah, actually, for me, it's always varied from time to time, depending on what I was really into and reading that, at that point. For Daredevil, it was always either Karen Page or Typhoid Mary.
it's like, and anybody out there who's not a comic nerd, don't you dare judge us on that, because you do it with other stuff. You do it with movie stars or stuff like that.
Wait, to anyone who doesn't play the running joke in Family Guy, would you rather this with Angelina Jolie or this with Scarlett Johansson? It's the same thing.
Yep.
And now in the last 20 years, where you actually can put a flesh and blood human and associate it with the character, I think it crosses over. Granted, hey, my part of the entertainment world, we've embraced it, where we can dress someone like Blake Blossom. He's the first live. You can take all your little bullshit judgments out of the equation for a minute, and if you're judging someone for doing what they love, fuck you.
And some of us have partners who will cosplay their favorite character and learn to do the voice and say things like Mr. J. So
Yeah. But at the end of the day, she's still credited as the first live action ever Spider-Gwen,
which is awesome.
All the press.
Yeah, it's very cool.
There have been times when a mainstream movie, was a real stinker, aka Suicide Squad.
She looks like Gwen too.
Oh yeah, and she has the personality of her too. She's like really she's a sweetheart.
Very cool.
Axel Braun, people would want to Google his work, man. He's a real comic book fan. He was also the head auctioneer for Sotheby's for many years as well. Amazon stop. We will have Amazon stop T-shirts and hats coming after Comic-Con. Shout out to Gary and Autumn, who actually made a meme of me and decided that we were going to put it on merch.
You need to have Jeff Bezos peering over your shoulder with the Amazon stop. So
we do it in such a small quantity that we just bring them to a couple local conventions. It was done because my friend from Calamity Collectibles was like, you should make a shirt of that do a meme. And I didn't expect Gary and Autumn to run with it. But I do see a lot of these Spider-Man characters, their comics going up in value, or being good investment opportunities. There was also, and I didn't have time to look for the picture just because between Big Apple Comic Con, getting ready for the holidays, and then getting ready for AVN, I've just been feeling a little overwhelmed. During the release of the first Enter the Spider-Verse movie, they made a pair of the Air Jordans.
Really?
Yeah, and they did the Spider-Man design with a specialized Spider-Man box.
How the hell expensive are those?
I remember the starting price was like $200. I think they may be up beyond that now.
I watched the show. What's his name? Who's the guy who played The Fly in the remake? God, I can't remember his name. He played Malcolm in Jurassic Park. Anyway, he has.
I know who you're talking about. He was also in Independence Day with Will Smith.
Why am I blanking on that? Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, see, I was at the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't get it out.
Yeah. He's got a show on Disney where he just looks at crazy things. And one of the things he went to was a convention for sneakers. Man, I was floored. Man, people come, it's all cash most of the time. People come with like tens of thousands of dollars to buy sneakers. I was like, holy crap. I mean, it was insane.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like,
Puma just released for He-Man Revelation Season 2, made by the greatest filmmaker of all time, Kevin P. Smith, Silent Bob himself, testify. They released Battle Cats, Skeletor, and He-Man sneakers, and the price right out the gate was like $200.
wow.
Now, granted, I think they're only making like a limited amount of pairs, and then no longer making them after a certain point.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, I'd throw anything on my feet as long as they
I'm just like, I'm like, I'm happy with my slip-on like $13 shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the happiest thing I bought in like years. Because I just needed like a pair, because I wear like 3 pairs of sneakers that I've had for the last like almost decade now, because I bought really good sneakers. And when there's one thing is like some of that where I was not allowed to have sneakers, so I just bought a pair of really casual looking nice slip-ons that look dressy.
Very cool.
Once again, I will Awesome Sauce Radio and Calamity Collectibles, along with Access Media, will be at Big Apple Comic Con this Saturday, December 17th, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the New Yorker Hotel on 8th Avenue. They really do have an amazing guest list. I'm looking forward to trying to get some camera time with Ann Nesente, who wrote my favorite run of Daredevil of all time, after Frank Miller, of course. The run of comics that really taught me that you don't need sight to have a vision, and that the blindness really doesn't define you. Especially that initial Typhoid Mary up to where he fought the Punisher in 257. So I'm looking forward to that. Brian O'Halloran and Scott Shevel from Clerks, of course. I worship at the Church of Kevin Smith, so that's a natural to try to get some camera time with them. I will be getting some stuff signed that I'll be selling on a YouTube live show in between that dead week between Christmas and New Year's, or as I call it, since I celebrate both Christmaka and New Year's.
Nice.
And this is a year where the holidays really overlap. Jim Sterankin will be there, but he doesn't do interviews. But I probably will get one of my caps or one of my Strange Tales with the Val on the cover signed. And I guess just like I said, there's this is what the doctor ordered to help me get my head out of my ass, because it's just been like a rough year with all the health stuff, and everyone I've talked to for 2022, it's just been like an up and down year. It's been good and bad at the same time. So it'll be a nice little capper right before the holidays.
Very cool.
Anything new in the Rancor press world?
We're working hard. We're getting more art in, and we are going live with our project end of January. So the date has come out. We will be going from January 30th through March 15th is our campaign on Indiegogo. So we're going to be going live with our campaign page soon. Not only that, I was talking about kindness. A collection of indie creators donated their number ones to our campaign to give away as bundles. So we have 16 extra comic books that will be giveaways in our campaign.
That's awesome sauce.
Yeah. So theoretically, you could get almost 200 pages of digital content for $10.
Wow, that's amazing.
So,
and if you go back to listen to the Wednesday night edition number 1, Dave breaks down the entire world of the Rancor Press and the Blood World, and if you like things like Conan or things like Saga, it's both of those things on crack. It's just gonna be that amazing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to we could share all that work with you. But man, there's just a ton of work that goes on behind the scenes. But it's been, I've gotten so much love and help from all of you guys behind the scenes and support, and I just can't wait till it comes out. It's gonna be real exciting. So we got one more video to show too. If you
yeah, hang on. Speaking of you know, a situation where mainstream Hollywood did this movie horribly with Pamela Anderson, which was based on a Dark Horse indie book. I believe her first appearance is Greatest Comics World #1 from 1995. But where adult entertainment, the good folks at Digital Playground, and I don't remember, I was in some YouTube rabbit hole that I found this with. Barbed Wire Triple X, let's play this trailer, because this actually makes the book look good.
Here we go. Bam.
The year 2019, the Second American Civil War. The country is a war zone. This is my town, Steel Harbor, a total shithole and the last remaining safe haven in 500 miles. This is where the scum of the West come to collect. The rejects, the whores, and the lowlives. I'm their guardian against the night, their fierce protector. And with the cops, and worse, the congressionalists running things, they need all the protection they can get. These are your parents, aren't they? No.
Daryl, Newberry.
Why don't you guys have the same name?
Give us the hooker, or I'll blow this place to kingdom fucking come!
We need the hooker.
And then it's 2 years since I've heard from you last?
It's Colonel Pfizer, the leader of the revolution. The bad guys?
What the fuck do you mean, Pfizer? Pfizer is dead. I killed him.
Look like you've seen it go.
No, but I'm about to.
No! God damn it, no!
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, it actually fits the book. You know what I love about everything about the future? Is all these years has passed and none of these real predictions have come true.
Or it's always off. It's like we always pick something in the near future and then it turns out to become true like 40, 50 years later. But it's like
maybe they were a year off because that future they were talking about was 2019.
Yeah.
And the world did kind of go to shit to 2020.
Well, it's like Blade Runner, the first one. God, what was it? It was like, I think it happened like 5 or 6 years ago. It's supposed to have happened. So.
Oh, actually, let's see, because we're in 2022, 2023 almost.
Yeah, something like that.
By now, Days of Future Past should have happened because that was 2015 it started in.
Yep.
Running Man was 2017.
Although I saw a story the other day that was right out of science fiction. It kind of freaked me out. Some company in South Korea, they have a company that's going to go live next year. It's going to open a facility, 30,000 artificial wombs where they can grow babies on demand.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Who's running the place? Mr. Sinister?
Yeah, some crazy shit, man. That's crazy and scary as hell.
That's wow. That's just this is what's weird about this time, the day and age we live in.
Yeah. And that was the exact word they used too. They didn't say like incubate or anything. They said they will grow babies. I'm like, my writer mind started going of all the horrible things that could happen.
I'm the raunchy comedy writer. You're the horror guy. So I could just imagine where your imagination went.
Well, like the first thing I went to is, what if like a company decides that they don't want to pay people, minimum wage and everything anymore? So they make a slight modification to the baby and they're growing human beings to use as like slave labor, basically. and they don't have to treat them as human beings because they're modified.
Oh,
That's like right out of Blade Runner. That's like, so.
Oh yeah. It's just weird because everything we read in the comic books and science fiction that we love, which helps shape our lives and make us into the people we are today, a lot of it we thought that was fiction is coming true.
Yeah. It just takes a while, but sometimes, some of the stuff, like, I don't know if we'll ever have flying cars. Remember, we were supposed to have flying cars in the 50s.
The Jetsons lied to me. It angers me.
I know. So I want my flying car, damn it. But then I see the way Southern California drivers drive. I'm like,
wait,
man.
I don't know, because whether it be New York, Vegas, or LA, I don't know if I want flying cars with the way people drive.
Yeah, people are just going to be crashing out of the air right and left. So.
I would like to see Knight Rider become reality, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like I said, I could just press a button and I can finally know what it's like to get behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah. Hey, get one of those. If you feel like taking your life in your hands, get a Tesla or whatever.
No, thank you. I kind of like living.
One of the other self-driving cars, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Once again, horror writer. When I see self-driving car with a computer in it, my immediate thought is, okay, what's going to happen when somebody hacks the car and takes me on a Christine joyride? Straight out.
Yeah. So I remember is the Kit's evil brother from Knight Rider car.
Yeah. Welcome to your nightmare, David.
Yep. Which actually, William Daniels performing Kit was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready for the holidays at this point?
Pretty much. Got all my shopping done, which is good. So.
I have one more gift. But I'm gonna order tomorrow off of Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash because the gift I bought for the person I don't want to give up. So I found that they had the Clerk's lunchbox autographed by Kevin and Jay, and I'm like, I do that, and then if I put a Dunkin' Donuts gift card in it, I'm like, that will suffice for the gift that I don't want to really give up all that much yet.
Very cool. Yeah.
Plus, they saw it, and they're not going to be surprised. And, with the year I've had health-wise with the CLL, Hanukkah and Christmas will have a little bit more extra meaning to me this year as far as miracles.
Yeah. I'm ready for Friday because, then my wife is off work and my kids are out of school, so I get everybody for 3 weeks, which makes me happy. So
nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm ready. I've eaten enough Christmas cookies to last a lifetime at this point. Because all my mom's friends at work did a cookie exchange, and my mom came on with this huge Tupperware bowl full of cookies that we all been eating. Also, almost watched all my Christmas specials for the season. Ragaz, Hanukkah, the Global Paramilitary Christmas fan film, Fat Albert Christmas special, the Pinky and the Brain, the X-Men, the Batman stuff. The only thing I haven't gotten to yet was Charlie Brown, but there is an amazing documentary on the making of the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Wow. Dude, you're hardcore, man. You watched it all.
I love that. I love Christmas. I love holiday specials. Where can the audience find you online, Mr. Nemesis, sir?
Yeah, everybody can find me at raincrosspress.com or at NemesisFC2 on Twitter or at RaincrossPress on Twitter. Either one. So come check me out.
Like I said, you can just YouTube/Awesome Sauce Radio. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. To all the new subscribers in the last 2 weeks, thank you. Thank you for helping me get to past 300, and let's keep the party going. You can also find me MiniDid/Blind Adam. That's NS, not safe for work for everyone watching at home. eBay/Blind Adam. I'm relaunching the store after I get home from Vegas. There's also on Twitter at the Comic Pimp. Now Instagram at the Real Blind Adam. And I do have some other stuff in the works. And just remember, try to keep the holidays sane. Be safe. Of course, if no one has told you that they love you today, I love you. If you, especially after reading about the DJ from the Ellen DeGeneres show today, if you need professional help, if you need to talk to someone, if you're that down in the dumps, remember that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Please go get professional help.
Absolutely.
You get, like I said, and anyone who in this community who's in that mindset, I'm an open book and I'm easy to contact, so I'm always here to listen.
Life always beats no life.
Testify. With that, I'm going to say Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. See you all at the Big Apple Comic Con. Blind on them out. Love you all.